Sisu, an action war film that is now available to check out on VOD and is also available in select theaters to watch. What did I think about this film? Well, stick around and find out my thoughts. When an ex-soldier who discovers gold in the Lapland wilderness tries to take the loot into the city, Nazi soldiers led by a brutal SS officer battle him. The film stars Jorma Tommila, Aksel Hennie, Jack Doolan, Mimosa Willamo, Jalmari Tommila, and many others, and was directed by Jalmari Helander, and he's mainly done TV shows. So going into Sisu, now I heard about this film through some other YouTubers. I never had actually seen a trailer for this film, and it had been getting some decent praise. And I did hear that it didn't have a lot of dialogue, so that kind of took me a little bit back from seeing the film, I would say, right away. So I went ahead and gave this film a shot. So you have this retired prospector. He fought in the Winter War, and he's known as being immortal. He slaughtered a bunch of Germans. There is the Lapland War going on, which took place for 7 months back in 1944 and 1945. And while this war is going on, he's just kind of chilling. He's out and about, and he's trying to find gold. He has his horse and his dog, and he's really minding his own business. And minding his business actually does not pay off because he actually is bullied by these Nazis, and they want to kill him. And of course, in this film, you have this guy being the hero and wanting to slaughter these people, and these people have no idea who he is or what he has done in his past. So you really have this movie of these Nazis trying to kill him throughout the movie, and that's really the basis of the plot of this film. What I can say that I really did like about this film and what stood out right away to me is the cinematography. They have shots of rivers, different trees, the colors of the trees, the movements of the skies, the sound design. The sound design is really good, from the gunshots to the river flowing to the way that the film just kind of explores nature. I really loved kind of taking that in. I really felt like I was there during that time period. And also the music. The music can be very daunting. It can be very tense at times, and tense when something really bad is going to happen. The movie is divided in several chapters, and it's only 85 minutes, so it never feels too long. But our main character, he doesn't really have any dialogue in the film, and there are parts in the film where not a lot is actually being spoken, but we do have other characters that actually do speak throughout this film. We really see how menacing the Nazis are and how they actually captured these Finnish women. So we get to see how they mistreat women and how they just don't really care about this guy. Even though he's minding his own business, they're just messing with him and they're bullying him and they're trying to kill him. And what I can say that is on the negatives about this film is the disbelief that you have to believe in this film. For instance, there's one part in this film where you have our main guy and you have 30 Nazis actually trying to shoot at him, and all he has is a little shield. And you can imagine when this is happening, you're thinking, how in the world is he going to escape this? There's other parts in this film where certain vehicles crash and they should blow up and somebody should die, and that doesn't happen. So you have that disbelief as well. And there are other things in here that you look at and you go, are we in a Fast and Furious movie? The movie doesn't hold back from the graphic tone that it's trying to approach here. For instance, you'll see people actually get their legs blown off and they're flying through the air. And I do actually want to caution, if you don't like to see animals get killed, there is a horse that gets killed and it's a little bit graphic. I do want to put a small spoiler that really won't ruin the movie, and that is the dog actually survives. So if you're wondering if the dog was going to get killed, he doesn't get killed in here. But that's the only spoiler that I'm going to say for this movie. The way that this actual graphic nature of this movie actually unfolds, the sound that actually goes with that, and the way that you see the guns just kind of go off and bang, bang, bang everywhere, I really like seeing that on screen. I really like seeing what our character was going to do next, even though there are certain situations I'm like, I have no clue how he's going to escape this. And the way that the director actually made this character, he made him be a very much hero in a way, and you really want to root for him, even though he has pretty much no dialogue in the film. And I have to give props, because the way that this film is carried and the way that the director actually utilizes this guy throughout the film, he does a really good job. My overall consensus of this movie, this is a movie that I would say is very easy to follow, a film that you can look at the plot, and even though it's simplistic, It's a film that at least carries itself very well. It never feels too long. It has parts where you definitely have to suspend your disbelief, and if you're okay doing that, I think you can have a really good time with this film. There are parts in this film where there's some really good kills, and our character is very much easy to root for, and the way that he actually is the hero, and the way that he actually knocks off these Nazis one by one. It's really fun to watch, and the way that the film is shot really makes it a really fun experience. And I was just really thrilled to check this film out, and I'm glad that I did give it a chance. As far as the score for this film, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. There is a 4K coming out for this, and Best Buy is going to be doing a steelbook as well, and I am looking to pick up that steelbook as it looks really nice, and I do want to revisit this film. Like I said, lots of props to the cinematography. This is going to look great on 4K, and I can't wait to actually crank up the sound on my TV and rewatch this film again. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about this film? Are you going to check it out? And if you have not checked it out, is it something that you're looking to check out? Thank you guys for watching this review, and I will see you guys on my next review.